Here we go, another matchup for MLP Daytona by Margaritaville. It's the Bay Area Breakers versus the Dallas Pickleball Club. Cameron Irwin alongside Dominic Catalano, and each of these two teams is 2-0, Dom. So this is going to be somebody's first loss on the day here in Group A.
Group A on the challenger side. So again, yes, it's an important matchup, even though both teams are 2-0 and sitting pretty. Reason being is you go 3-0, it sets you up nicely for the playoffs.
Quarterfinals and semifinals will take place tomorrow for the challenger level. But let's get you introduced to these 4 women out on the court as they will get started. You're looking right now at Christa Gecheva. She is on the Dallas Pickleball Club. And on the other side, it's Eva Radzikowska. She is playing for the Bay Area Breakers, who are also champions from MLP Mesa, the first event in Season 1 in 2023. She was one of the players that definitely turned some heads at the challenger level. She'll play alongside Rachel Summers, who was also somebody who turned some heads at Mesa. Rachel originally out of Naples, Florida. And the final woman who will be taking the court is Jillian Braverman. As she has now come out of, I don't even know if she actually retired or not. By all means, we're so glad to have you back here, Jillian Braverman, now on the Dallas Pickleball Club. So a few changes from Mesa now to Daytona for the Dallas Pickleball Club, as Daniel De La Rosa is also now on the roster for the men's side. And Jillian Braverman also is. Previously, it was Megan Fudge on the Dallas Pickleball Club, but she has since been traded, and Chuck Taylor also resided on this team. But now it's all about Daniel De La Rosa, who is a world champion racquetball player. And I'm going to tell you right now, that man can hit the snot out of the ball.
He really can, and that's what you're going to see from De La Rosa, is you're going to see a lot of power, but you're also going to see some control from him too to set up that power. I was watching their match earlier today where they played the Arizona Drive and came out on top. It was a commanding victory for Dallas and a good start for them, and Daniel De La Rosa started out and played very well for them early on, so good to have him back here in and on Major League Pickleball team.
Yeah, without a doubt, but first we get started with the women's game. So again, it's Christa Gecheva playing alongside Jillian Braverman versus Eva Radzikowska and Rachel Summers. Christa Gecheva lived in Bulgaria until she was the age of 5. Got one of the sweetest dads ever. He also comes out frequently to support her. And then one of my favorite fun facts about Christa is the fact that she was actually raised in London, in Wimbledon. She's from Wimbledon.
Like actual Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Actually there.
Like the town of Wimbledon.
The town of Wimbledon.
I love it. She was a junior tennis player as well through Europe, touring. Then she went on to play tennis collegiately in the United States, the University of Wyoming.
The Broncos. I'm all about the mascots today. I called out those at Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers.
Well, Jillian Braverman, this team being coached up by none other than Dave Fleming. Jillian Braverman, originally out of Newport Beach, California, the place I now call home.
Can't complain about that.
Nope, she played Division I tennis at Pepperdine University. And now this is a great piece of information. Again, we mentioned it. Both these teams are 2-0. So we'll tell you why this match matters so much. Now, both of these teams will make it on to the knockout round, like you mentioned, Dom. But whichever team wins this match will be the top seed coming out of this group.
Yeah, and again, that is so important, especially moving on, because of the fact that it sets you up nicely. You could get a bye if you come out as one of the top 2 teams of the 3 pools. It sets you up nicely. So again, not guaranteeing a bye, because you could have 3 teams that go 3-0. So point differential does matter. That's why we play all 4 games regardless. But again, it does set you up to be, nice for playoffs and quarters and semis.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is can you get a bye and then move on to the semifinals. So both these teams moving on to the knockout rounds, but still plenty at stake. Eva Radzikowska, we mentioned, turned some heads not long ago at the Mesa event. She played some professional tennis too, originally out of Poland. She was the Polish national champion in the U16, U18, and U21 age divisions, so she was good since the beginning.
And she is our defending MVP of the Challenger division, so you have an MVP on court here early on in day one at MLP.
Whereas Rachel Summers graduated from the University of Mary Washington, currently at FIU, that's Florida International, for medical school. Played tennis growing up. Played Division III tennis as well. And is now a member of the U.S. Army Reserve. And will serve once she finishes medical school. Everyone checking out the paddles now.
Making sure we are set and ready to go here. Women's doubles, the ever so important women's doubles matchup, sets up your whole
tone
of the day and for your team.
I'm just thinking, man, I've seen Jillian Braverman play quite a bit, and I've been on the opposing side of Christa Gecheva multiple times. I actually think I was maybe one of the first people to get to play with her when she was in Newport Beach, California. She was a tennis coach and still is a tennis coach. A private tennis coach, and she was making the transition, but man, she sure caught on awfully quick. It was not long until she far surpassed me in terms of level of play, and I mean far surpassed.
Cam, that's why we're in the booth.
Exactly.
Right off the bat, Rachel Summers making her presence felt. And again, do not go to sleep on Rachel Summers. She is more than capable.
1-0.
There's Eva Radzikowska. Nice third shot drive.
2-0.
And there's a lot of room to work there. You can see Jillian Braverman squeezing pretty hard middle to start.
1-2.
Big forehand winner there from Radzikowska as her and Summers jump out to a 3-1 lead here early.
3-1.
Christa taking a step off the kitchen line there. Finding the nice dink at her feet.
Almost a feeling out process early on for both teams, as no one really pulling any triggers too soon here, is trying to settle in.
Saying, yeah, let's go, partner.
Just get one more ball back over and force a mistake, and that's exactly what Dallas did right there. Rachel Summers saying, okay, I see what you can do, but I got you one right here, as it puts Braverman on her knees.
I will say, too, I think there's just a tiny bit of vision impairment on the side of the Dallas Pickleball Club right now, as Rachel Summers finds the backside of Jillian Braverman.
Well, that's what she was trying to do early on here, and watch her just flip this ball. She shapes it back in. Great control by Summers. A little confusion in the middle right there, I think. Braverman almost got a little alligator armed right there.
Somehow I don't know how that thing crawled over the net,
yeah,
but it did.
I'll take it.
Gosh, it feels like it's been an eternity since we've seen an elongated deep rally.
Right, and what was great about that was Radzikowska controlled that point because she would go twice to the Braverman backhand, once to the forehand. She changed the shots up, she created the pattern, and came out on top. The Braverman needs to get out of that cross court, go middle a little bit, maybe flatten one out to Summers.
Side out, point 5.
So a side out point for Braverman and Gecheva.
5-7. Side out,
Just a
point
missed contact
8.
there, but it's interesting. Most right-siders, you often see the third shot drive with the forehand. Christa Gecheva loves her two-handed backhand, and rightly so. I know she just missed contacted there, but she will drop and drive from that backhand side. Even from the right.
Rachel Summers, those two resets in the middle off Gecheva's paddle were absolutely incredible and set up that speed up.
9-5 now. Radzikowska and Summers.
Side out, point 6.
The ball out of bounds. Make it 6-9. Still feel like these two teams are figuring out exactly what the strategy is against one another. But see, there's that hybrid drop, that rolling two-handed backhand third from Christa Gecheva.
7-9.
See, and even there, she's pushed all the way to the sideline and still looks for the two-hand backhand drop.
Yeah, and she's so good at it too. She gets so much spin on it. The spin rate off of it's incredible.
Point.
Ball out of bounds, so 11-7. The Bay Area Breakers on top.
Yeah, nice lead here, 4-point lead for Bay Area. And again, even though it is a 4-point lead, like we've said, Cam, it does seem still like either team is feeling each other out. But again, you can only do that for so long here. Game to 21, rally scoring. It'll get late real early in a game when rally scoring comes into play. But a nice lead here for Bay Area as they change ends in the ever so important women's doubles matchup.
So we talked about Daniel De La Rosa as he is on the Dallas Pickleball Club, as well as Brandon French for the Bay Area Breakers. The two fellas playing in the the pink and turquoise is what we're going to call it. Pablo Tellez and Christian Alshon complete that roster. And I've got a fun new member of our crew. Cameron Blackwood has been doing a fantastic job down on the sideline. However, Cameron's going to look a little different once we get to this first post-game.
A
little different. I'm going to leave it lingering. It's going to be a surprise who we've got hanging out courtside. Rachel Summers is not necessarily strong in the counter, but she's quick, which creates a ton of pace off the paddle.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
She's whippy. Oh, Radzikowska off the bounce on the backhand side.
It's absolutely beautiful, but again, she's setting it up because she's going inside out. So good. What a great pattern from Radzikowska.
And that third, well driven. Again, so much pace off the paddle of Rachel Summers. Foot fault called. Good on you, Julian Braverman. She just took a ball that was a full cut from Eva Radzikowska and stayed at the kitchen line and said, easy. That was anything but.
Miscommunication in the middle. I think Braverman's got to stick with that right there. She got herself into that firefight. She's got to fight her way out of it. As you see her and Gecheva both staring at each other in the middle. It's just Braverman's not changing it up. She needs to change it up. She's letting Radzikowska control her and where she's going in her movement. She's not doing anything to counter it.
And it's there on the drop. So everything going the direction of the Bay Area Breakers right now.
1 minute.
And a timeout from the Dallas Pickleball Club here. So they're going to try and regroup, down by 9. It's all Bay Area, and Radzikowska controlling points and setting up Summers for the quick, short, easy putaways is all Bay Area right now.
Without a doubt, Summers and Eva Radzikowska, I think one of the things that they have on their side is the fact that they've also played alongside one another back at MLP Mesa. Whereas Gecheva and Jillian Braverman finding a new partnership here, as previously it was Gecheva and Megan Fudge. And I think you see that in moments of some of the speed ups, right? So you have Jillian Braverman looking for the speed ups as you see the head-to-head between these two teams. But I think there's got to be a readiness, right? If the ball is going to be sped up by your partner, it's kind of recognizing the timing, and Christa has to be ready for that as well as Jillian Braverman, expecting that ball to come back on those speed ups.
Well, it's expect hard, adjust to soft, right? So expect the ball to be with pace. If you don't get pace, you can adjust to a dink. But if you're expecting it soft and you get pace, you're going to be surprised by it. Last thing you need.
Back out of timeout, 17-8 for the Bay Area Breakers. And the driving from Eva Radzikowska finds them the 18th.
Radzikowska's like at a firing range right now, just pulling the trigger on everything. And the one they don't pull the trigger on, Summers tries to drop in, goes into the net. It's going to make her sit there and think and go, okay, I'm just going to pull the trigger on this now.
Summers reaching in with one hand. A little backhand roll there.
I mean, that's a la Ben Johns right there with the control on this one-handed roll from Summers. Beautifully done. Good move by Gecheva. She has Summers coming in on a dead sprint, and she just goes just a little outside her body. So hard to get that on the run.
10-19.
Radzikowska having none of that in the middle right there. She read that speed up from Braverman.
So it is now a game point opportunity for the Bay Area Breakers.
20-10.
There's the countering of Jillian Braverman. 11-10.
A nice job by Braverman. Not getting big right there, finding the sideline to the forehand side of Rachel Summers.
11-20.
Yeah, we're definitely still looking for that third shot drive, fifth shot drop.
20-11.
Oh, the one hand from Christa Gecheva. That's something new.
She gives it right back, as Rachel Summers did that about 3 points ago.
12-20.
Gecheva saying, whatever you can do, I can do. Except for the fact that they're down by 8 points here, and Summers and Radzikowska with another.
Their third. Couple high driving balls off of Eva Radzikowska. Like Braverman getting that ball down at the feet.
Rally scoring. Braverman and Gecheva staying in it here.
Oh man, but I like that. They look to drop the ball to the backhand side of Eva Radzikowska. And then you had the ability to have Christa Gecheva coach.
13.
Rachel Summers playing wonderfully at game point. 21-13. The Bay Area Breakers are on the board.
I did like that point construction a lot better from Dallas. Braverman wasn't trying to overhit or anything. She did a good job, but it was just too much Bay Area and the defending champions here in women's doubles as they take the 1-0 lead as the ever so important women's doubles point early on.
So 21-13, and I mentioned Cameron Blackwood just taking a little bit of a break, well-deserved break.
But who
and
is
we've
it?
got a new sideline reporter. I'm just wondering if he's going to let his hair down a little bit. I don't know. He's got the hat on now and the flip-flops. When was the last time you had flip-flops out on the court? I don't know about that, but we have none other than Adam Stone, the new sideline reporter. Go for it, Adam.
All right, thank you so much, Cameron. And we're here with our winners of women's doubles. Rachel, I'm going to start with you. I really like your story, being in the military and medical school. Do you think at such an early age some of your life experiences help you in this competitive environment?
Definitely playing college tennis, being in this competitive and very tight environment definitely helped me.
Well, it showed out there, no doubt. And Eva, I had the privilege of watching you play a few singles matches earlier in your career, but I'm very impressed with your transition over to the doubles game. What are some of the differences, and what do you think some of those double shots that you've picked up nicely that have helped you in your doubles game?
Well, I decided to stop being a control freak, because that's why I played singles and just, let my partner play. And when I play with Rachel, that's very easy. But no, I just, I really enjoyed it. I just never had the opportunity to practice doubles and mixed doubles, but now I'm fully in it. I love it.
There you go. Impressive win, ladies, and I can't wait to see what you have in store in mixed doubles. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
It's Saturday. No one's here, right? Are you getting this? So if he wants the invoice...
Water doesn't have to be boring. Turn it up with Circle. With over 40 delicious flavors and a dial that controls your intensity, Circle starts a party for your taste buds. No sugar, no calories, and no artificial flavors. Just good times. Circle. It's your water, your way. Try Circle at drinkcircle.com.
I'm a natural born hustler. Just like my mama said, hard times and that good natural born hustler. When the world wants you to sink or swim, I ain't gonna do that.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
At From With Pickleball, we believe in the power of our sport to unite a community. We have introduced hundreds of people to pickleball by funding a 10-court public facility in our hometown with leagues and lessons to make everyone feel valued. We take that same approach to our business with personalized customer service and same-day shipping from our huge inventory. When you order from With Pickleball, you're supporting a small business and a diverse community of pickleball fanatics. We have the gear you need and the service you can trust.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to Daytona Beach, Florida, site of MLP we are out to a good start here today on the challenger level side of things. Some great matches. We haven't had a match here on Championship Court that hasn't gone to a dream breaker just yet. So some exciting matches. Dominic Catalano alongside me, the famous Cameron Irwin.
Hardly.
That's what we're going to call her. The famous Cameron Irwin.
I don't know about that. But nonetheless, more famous than me is probably that man's tweener. That's Christian Alshon, the tweener king. Playing alongside Pablo Tellez as we get ready now for men's doubles. Bay Area Breakers, the women, they were deadly in that first game as they now have the first point on the board. Facing off against the Bay Area Breakers, it's going to be Brandon French as well as Daniel De La Rosa.
Here we go, game
Probably
two.
one of my favorite names.
Block wide there from Alshon.
1-0.
Dallas on the board first.
So Brandon French out of Dallas, Texas. Makes sense, he's on the Dallas Pickleball Club.
Little nonchalant on that block there from French. Standing straight up.
Watch it, watch it. Side out, point two.
Another side out and point. Pablo Tellez on the far side out of Naples, Florida. Originally grew up in Colombia. Started pickleball in 2019. Oh, looking for the head of Pablo Tellez is Daniel De La Rosa. I mentioned he is a world champion in men's doubles for racquetball, originally out of Mexico. He's also still the #1 racquetball player in the world. Now resides in San Antonio, Texas.
4-2.
Oh yeah. Talk about athleticism. Christian Alshon with the double Ernie. One going there, one coming back. The reverse Ernie.
And the fact that he stayed out of the kitchen too. The footwork right there, the athleticism from Christian Alshon. That's pretty.
How do you spell Ernie backwards? How do you spell it forward? There's another.
I can't right now. Can't.
I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
I'm allowed one bad dad joke.
I love it. Love it. There are people at home spelling it out on a napkin right now. Oh, it's the same. Wait, hold on.
7-2.
It's a commanding lead here for Bay Area early.
Man, Christian Alshon is not scared to jump the corner right now. He's got a lefty on his side, so he's got plenty of room to work.
And he's going forehand and backhand with this Ernie too. He's feeling really good. And French just doing a little too much with that right there, trying to make something happen. And the Breakers extend to a 6-point lead.
9-2. Side out, point 3.
So 3-9 now. The only person I haven't given you a little insight into is Christian Alshon out of Chicago, Illinois. Originally from Boca Raton. And the fake out from Daniel De La Rosa as that ball lands out of bounds.
Good hands from French in the middle, staying in that point.
4-9.
Great setup, a 1-2 combo from De La Rosa. Just gets a little too big on the second, but got the pop-up he wanted off the paddle of Tellez.
Whoa, Christian Alshon. A solid shake and bake of his own making 11-4 for the Bay Area Breakers. Man, they are looking really good, and they could be looking to go back-to-back in terms of wins in the challenger level. So if they keep this up.
So the Breaker ladies had an 11-7 lead, and we're like, okay, that's a good lead. Boys, can you top it? And they did. 11-4 lead, and the boys looked just as much in control as the ladies did in women's doubles. So an impressive start here for the defending champion Bay Area Breakers, as they are also 2-0.
There's a look at Brandon French. I mentioned he's out of Dallas, Texas. 6'4" is his duper. Puts him in the 10th position, 31 years of age. Tellez, that's one of his favorite, the inside out, as it is for many others. Trying to find that forehand. I like the pressure there from De La Rosa getting to the kitchen line.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little more of that out of both him and French. A little more shake and bake, trying to make their presence felt in the middle. Straddling that sideline and kitchen line. Again, you mentioned before, it always helps when you have a big lefty in the middle like Tellez. Let's Alshon do that.
Right out, point 7. 7-12.
Whoa, that's a windup.
Such a big ball right there from De La Rosa. And again, that's what he is known for. Big forehand. Hits it with as much pace as anybody. Long off the paddle of Brandon French.
14-7 now for the Bay Area Breakers. I'm impressed with the backhand side of Daniel De La Rosa. I mean, he has the nasty forehand, but how about this? Quick to change grips right there. Get that paddle down.
Right out, point 15.
It is all business right now here for Alshon and Tellez.
You're right.
Not much talking, not much anything. It's let's go in, let's do our job, let's get out.
That's just through the feet. That's a different kind of tweener. Okay, I get a second dad, apparently.
You do. Good hands from Tellez off the tape, but can't get that ball down.
10-15 now.
Right out, point 16.
The Area Breakers looking to go up 2-0 in the match score. 6-point advantage. Pablo Tellez has done a really nice job developing his game. Used to be considered a little bit more of a singles specialist. I've been very impressed just within the last several tournaments. His doubles play.
French getting too big on that backhand. I know where he wants to go with that, but doesn't need to be as big with that. But you're right, Pablo Tellez is getting better and moving up the ranks on the double side of things too.
And that's the same position for Christian Alshon, one of the top singles players in the world as well. Developing his doubles game. And I think for someone like Christian Alshon playing with a lefty, it actually plays to his strengths because it allows him to play so athletically off the edge.
100% Cam, it does. It lets him play free, knowing you have a big lefty in the middle.
See, that's where it's going to be a little bit more about the consistency side for Christian Alshon. This dink off the backhand side. destruction right there from Christian Alshon. The cross-court dinking, not to mention going up the line and winning the hands battle. 20-12, Bay Area Breakers, the game point. And they get it done emphatically, 21-12. The Bay Area Breakers are now up 2-0.
I mean, Cam, that's, I mentioned it before. It's like a Bay Area's on a business trip right now. They're here to take care of business, and that's it. Usually you see them talking a little more, especially Alshon. He was very quiet. He was very composed. They came in 21-12. Before anyone knew it, game over, right? And how do you really disrupt your opponents, beat them like that, and then they're like, what just happened? Absolutely love it.
We're going to find out what just happened from none other than Christian Alshon and Pablo Tellez alongside Adam Stone. Go ahead.
Thanks so much, Cam. Down here with the winners in men's doubles, Pablo, I'm going to start with you. I would say you're definitely the veteran of this team. Have you taken it upon yourself to kind of guide some of these younger, newer players, or have you just kind of been letting them do their thing?
I just been letting them roll. You see Christian, once he gets going, it's hard to stop him.
Definitely. And also, I would say that all four of the players on that men's doubles court were more offensive-minded. Did you guys have a specific game plan going into the match?
Yeah, we like our drive, so we were drive the Thur almost every time and then go from there.
All right, and Christian, I got a two-part question for you. You're just oozing with physical talent, all this athleticism, the trick shots. Number one, how do you harness that? And number two, how does that ability help your game?
It means I can do Ernies, I can get to balls that most people can't get to, a little trick shot between the leg here and there. I harness it by, the best way to do it is if I'm gonna have emotion, it's gotta be positive. Because if I get negative emotion, it oozes out in a bad way.
Totally get it. Well, you guys were up to the task this last match. Phenomenal job. But let's see what's in store for mixed doubles. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The Pro XR Pickleball Paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
And I said, Saturday, no one's here. Right? Are you getting this? So if he wants the invoice.
Water doesn't have to be boring. Turn it up with Circle. With over 40 delicious flavors and a dial that controls your intensity, Circle starts a party for your taste buds. No sugar, no calories, and no artificial flavors. Just good times. Circle, it's your water, your way. Try Circle at drinkcircle.com.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
My first surgery was a total knee replacement. I ended up with an infection. They were gonna have to amputate my leg. That just was not okay with me. The moment I entered HSS, the care was exceptional. For somebody to tell me you're gonna keep your leg, it was magical. Everything is so alive because I got my life back.
The Bay Area Breakers are on a riot right now through both women's and men's doubles, picking up both games, which means they are up 2-0 in total match score versus the Dallas Pickleball Club. These two teams are 2-0 on the day in their group play, but let's take a look at the challenger standings. This is from after Mesa, MLP Mesa, so you can see the Bay Area Breakers. What has now taken shape are event points, and these are going to become critical as we head into a relegation system in 2024. Through 2023, we are figuring out who are going to be the top dogs in both the Premier as well as the Challenger level. Through season 1, all the teams remain the same. Come season 2, the Premier and Challenger level team owners and teams switch. So we will have new teams in terms of the Premier and Challenger levels. There will also be a redraft as we head to season 2. And everything in lieu of setting up the relegation system to find out the top dogs in 2024 and who will be in each level. So Christa Gecheva playing alongside Daniel De La Rosa as we head into mix now. Rachel Summers and Christian Alshon for the Bay Area Breakers. Little miscommunication there on the left foot of Rachel Summers. Bay Area Breakers pick up this mixed game. They pick up the match. We will, though, play through all 4 games.
Set out, point 1. One, two. Let or recall. 1, 2.
Great ball down the middle there from Alshon as have De La Rosa and Gecheva staring at each other as it splits them in the middle.
2-2. Set out, point 3.
So the Dallas Pickleball Club need this game to stay alive. In terms of the match victory, right now they're up 3-2. And you see just some miscommunication again. De La Rosa and Gecheva, new partnership. De La Rosa is new to the Dallas Pickleball Club.
Good pressure there from De La Rosa going right at the body of Rachel Summers, jamming her up on that second one.
4-3.
Oh, a beautiful ATP hanging onto his paddle.
De La Rosa just showing his athleticism here as you watch him.
5-3.
Come in, beautiful crossfoot from Alshon, but not for someone as athletic as De La Rosa. Cutting that off on the sideline.
Four, 5.
Oh, what a forehand from Christa Gecheva.
It's a huge inside out right there. She had Alshon pinching middle hard. She waited for him to commit, goes backside. Great ball by Gecheva.
6-4.
Oh, but there's that two-hand backhand. She starts to get that thing working. You better watch out.
5-6.
Summers right there on the forehand, just a little too big. Pushes that down. To punch that out. I'd like to see it go right down the line behind De La Rosa.
Christa just getting a little unlucky there with the net cord as that popped up, but she's showing she's not scared to go head-to-head with Christian Alshon.
And him just showing his athleticism right there as Alshon off the tape right there, being able to move his body out of the way and clear his hands.
Oh, De La Rosa was on that, and he knows it.
He was there. Him and Alshon share a smile as watch him slide right back into the middle to cover.
I mentioned the tennis pedigree of Christian Alshon. Still a full-time student at the University of Chicago where he's studying economics. He was the former #1 player in the country for tennis singles, the U16, U18s.
Alshon trying to take out people in the front row right there with that, but Little mishit.
Nice, Evan.
It happens.
It does.
Set out, point 8.
So unlike our men's and women's doubles matchup, this one a tight one here, headed into the end change at 11.
And that's the heavy slice return of Christa Gecheva. That thing's gonna bounce and then have a completely different trajectory. And my goodness, how about this? The Dallas Pickleball Club up 11-8 at the change of end.
Well, they needed this. Again, obviously they needed to stay alive here for the point, but what a start for them, because they needed that positive energy, because you're talking about only scoring 25 points total in their first 2 matches, and now they're on top on the end change. Great job by Gecheva and De La Rosa coming out on top early.
Well, and you could just see Dave Fleming there and how involved he is in terms of communication between them. Right now, he's even sitting at the baseline talking to Christa Gecheva. That's one of the fun parts of Major League Pickleball by Margaritaville. There's a look at Scott Crandall on the other side as he's coaching the Bay Area Breakers. But it's a big element as this game continues to have someone in your box. And again, this is why this match matters. Even though both of these teams are heading to the knockout round at 2-0 through group play, whichever team wins this match will be the top seed in this group. And again, we're going to see in terms of how the seeds will be through this challenger level coming out of all group play to find out who will receive buys. So the winner of this will put themselves in an awfully fantastic position to earn one.
So much spin on that backhand from De La Rosa, just doesn't come over. And a good start in the end change for the Breakers. That's such a good drop there from Rachel Summers again. That's what they need to do. If Summers can take the third and hit those, let Alshon be athletic, get up there and use that shake and bake to their advantage. Gecheva gets caught in the transition area. She returned, it was short. She didn't finish coming up, she stayed there. I'd like to see her still come up.
How about that ball protecting her body, Christa Gecheva. So in terms of these two teams and where they reside for the challenger level based off today's play, Bay Breakers 2, Dallas Pickleball Club 3.
Body up there from Alshon on De La Rosa. Good finish. De La Rosa trying to read where Alshon's going with that. Can't do it.
Yeah. 12-12. Point
13-12 now, Gecheva and De La Rosa.
13-12.
Heads up, right at the face of Rachel Summers.
At least she got her paddle on it to get there, but she's trying to get out of the way of that ball because that ball is going to go way out. But a good ball from De La Rosa trying to go body up on Summers.
And I like the way Christa Gecheva also filled the middle there with her two-hand backhand. Creating space right there, the drive down the line. 15-12 right now for the Dallas Pickleball Club.
They come back and extend that lead back to 3. Now, I don't like that decision from Gecheva. De La Rosa hits the drive great. Summers blocks it. Come in, drop that next ball, and get into the point. She's trying to match his power. You don't have to.
Trying to steal that one is Christian Alshon. A tough ball right now. And yet the trek continues. 16-13 for the Dallas Pickleball Club.
16-13.
And a body shot from De La Rosa to Rachel Summers.
And what I'm seeing right now is that I'm seeing Summers is not reading the ball off De La Rosa's paddle real well. She's got hit twice the past 3 points. And all that does is tell me that she's not seeing it off his paddle because her hands are great. She can block that, just not picking it up.
It was interesting. They just sent the return to De La Rosa instead of Gecheva. Missed the third shot drive on the backhand side as Christa Gecheva finds the backside of Christian Alshon.
Great inside out by Gecheva. Watch her just hold this on the paddle nice and long. Didn't even try and do anything much with it, just flipped it down the line.
Oh, that would have been a great combo.
Alshon gets the first one here. Gecheva going to the well, maybe a little too much right there.
15-18.
Watch out for the one-hand backhand as he pulls that across his body. Make it 19-15. Dallas.
19-15. Side out, point 16.
And the momentum killer.
Same guy.
I'll be honest.
Same guy. And a little timeout here from Bay Area. I like it here. They get the serve back, call the timeout. Need to regroup here, figure out what they want to do. They're going to discuss this down by 3.
Also important to note, coming up next, regardless, as we do play out all 4 games, the trains pass by here in Holly Hill. Next up will be Eva Radzikowska alongside Pablo Tellez. And they will face off versus Jillian Braverman and Brandon French. But at this point, we're still looking to see how much that game is going to matter in terms of the total match score. The Dallas Pickleball Club down 0-2 right now, but up 19-16 here in the first mixed game. We have one more match still to be played on championship court coming up after this. It's going to be Columbus versus Texas.
And you and I will be shooting over to Grandstand Court where we got to cover Atlanta and Brooklyn coming up next. So those matches will end the day here for the challenger side of things. Set up tomorrow's semifinals.
And thank you, Margaritaville. Let's give it up for
16-19 offensive timeout by Summers and Alshon.
Tied in. 16-19. Point.
And a missed return, so it gives them the 17th.
17-19.
Wow, both Gecheva and De La Rosa working with heavy sliced returns.
That ball just never came up to Rachel Summers, and it will give Dallas a game point here. Much needed game point.
17.
A great drive off the paddle of Gecheva and the closeout from De La Rosa. Dallas earns their first point in terms of match score.
So now that next mixed doubles matchup between Radzikowska, Tellez, and Braverman French really does mean a lot here as far as a match win goes, because it's still alive for Dallas, but Braverman and French got a lot of work to do.
It's going to come down to Jillian Braverman and Brandon French to push this to a dream breaker, but Eva Radzikowska and Pablo Tellez, they're going to be a deadly force playing alongside one another. It's interesting, though. You had Eva Radzikowska. She was playing on the left alongside Rachel Summers, awfully aggressive there, and she'll get a chance to do the same as she's playing with the lefty and Pablo Tellez. So not much of a switch for her. But in terms of responsibilities and court coverage, that may change significantly. Let's send it down to Adam Stone with our winners.
Thanks, Cameron. I have the winners of our first mixed doubles match. Christa, I'll start with you. A little bit newer on the scene. Tell me a little bit about one or two of your favorite shots or some of the strengths you bring to the table out here on the pickleball court.
Well, I really like my backhand drive, so I try to find that. I was trying to keep it a secret, but I think cat's out the bag, so I like my backhand drive. And I've really been enjoying hands lately in countering that. When I first started playing, I was kind of intimidated by that, but now I'm really looking for those scenarios.
Okay, excellent, and it showed out there. Daniel De La Rosa. World-class racquetball player. I've taught a lot of racquetball players pickleball, and there's some bad things that go along with the technique. What are some of the advantages to playing pickleball coming from the racquetball world and being in these big moments in an athletic situation?
Well, like you say, being a racquetball player, that's the one. So, no, it's just like all the experience that I have on racquetball, playing international and everything, representing my country, and that's one thing that gave me a little confidence and then a little bit more or less pressure. I know how to handle the pressure very good, so it works in the pickleball. That's what I tried to bring it right here.
Yes, you guys were very confident out there, rewarded with the win to put your team still in the mix. We'll see what mixed doubles number 2 has in store for us. Great job, guys.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Oh my good Lord, what a feeling. All of this joy I've been stealing. We all need someone that can make us believe. So call me a man on a mission. I'm guilty by my own admission. Locked up but I break free. No change could ever take me. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop now.
Dulce Vida, you are what you drink.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
There is nothing like Major League Pickleball by Margaritaville. We are just in the midst of a fantastic matchup between the Dallas Pickleball Club and the Bay Area Breakers here at MLP Daytona. Right now, the Dallas Pickleball Club needs one more game, the second mixed, to push to a dream breaker. Whoa, he hooked it. I don't know how Tellez got out of the way.
See, and that's the thing is that Braverman needs to get out of that cross-court dink with Radzikowska because she is controlling everything by changing the spot.
Joe Braverman quick to communicate, but Tellez doing a nice job finding different spots. 4 athletes out on the court. Tellez, Radzikowska, Braverman, and French.
Tellez had one right there that he's not going to miss 9 times out of 10. but he overhits that one.
I love this. Jillian Braverman being very quick to be communicative, whether with her partner or to the other side. Oh, the dink winner!
Wow, what a ball there from Brandon French as he rolls this cross court hard. And there's nothing Tellez can do on that one.
Looking for the third shot drive, fifth shot close. Those two are playing with some pace right now. What a rally. Jillian Braverman is still sitting on the court after chasing that ball. Brandon French had a tweener. What did we just see?
The only reason he couldn't play that one ball and had to hit the tweener is because he was in the kitchen as the ball passed his face. So he had to track it down, hits a beautiful tweener. Braverman stumbled. She, like, about 4 or 5 times and finally went down. You see her wincing right there. I hope she's okay.
Well, I will say she didn't appear to fall hard.
No.
I think she had great body control as she dropped to the ground, which is good.
A nice inside out there from French. And you see as he hits this ball, he hits the inside out. Ball goes away from Tellez because of the spin he has on it.
A good reach from Brandon French. These two had a little bit of a scary moment earlier in the day as Brandon French's elbow found the top of Jillian Braverman's head. She has been doing very well though. Still competing on the day.
Wait, off the tape right there. Tellez can't adjust fast enough and get that ball down. And Dallas taking a nice lead here early in game 4.
Oh, Eva Radzikowska on the backside.
Yeah, she held this on her paddle nicely, waited till the end as she had Brandon French commit middle, and she just goes and slips that backside.
And right now they're finding success on the Bay Area breakers to the backside of French.
Yeah, what it's doing, it's being set up by Radzikowska and her dinks cross court with Braverman.
Whoa! A big swing on a big swing.
That was a huge swing right there from French. Tellez believes that ball is cracked, so they're going to get a new ball in play here as Bay Area comes back and rattles off 3 straight to tie this up at 6.
Brandon French attended Fairleigh Dickinson University, where he actually played golf. Now a lawyer.
Fairleigh Dickinson upset Purdue in the NCAA tournament, 16 seed over a 1 seed. So I'm sure French was happy about that March Madness.
My bracket wasn't happy.
Oh, nice
How about
ball.
that shot, Pablo Tellez?
Watch him just punch this down to the baseline. Corner pocket right there.
7 apiece now. And you can see Brandon French still trying to cover a little bit more middle, finding the forehand side of his paddle, but on his backhand side. Same thing, this time he executes.
Finally gets that reach, is out and able to get that out in front enough that he can get on top of that and get that down at the shins of Radzikowska.
8-8.
Wow, Brandon French covering a ton of room right now.
Yeah, Radzikowska tries to go down the line again on him, but French was ready for it. He got burned a few points ago. Says not going to happen again here, and he covers that beautifully.
9-8.
Misses the counter. That was a long dink rally between Braverman and Radzikowska.
Well, it's such a good job by Brandon French getting bigger in the middle. Bay Area answers here, gets back within one. We'll change ends here at 11. Tellez getting a little too big right there. Sails it long, and Dallas has a 2-point lead here on the end change.
So 11-9. So let's take a look now to the Pickleball United rally of the match, and let's go back to this one. It was crazy. It was the tweener from Brandon French. Oh, I think they actually gave us the wrong one. That one wasn't. That wasn't
it.
cool.
But this may be it. No,
Oh,
we
man,
were kidding.
We got to come back to it. They're going to find that rally for us, but we got to look at that tweener again, right?
It was unbelievable. And again, like I said, during the middle of that point, the only reason French had to hit a tweener is because he was standing in the kitchen as a ball floated right past him. He couldn't hit it, had to track it down. Did a great job. And again, now they do, that being the Dallas Pickleball Club, have a 2-point lead.
All right, so let's see. This is the one. The Pickleball United rally of the match. This is the ball he sped up, and he had to chase it. Full tweener. And this is where Jillian Braverman took a bit of a tumble. See? She did good, though. She didn't hit her head. Did a fantastic job with the slow fall. I'm just bummed they didn't win that point because that was wild. Braverman still taking a look at her paddle now.
I always tell everybody it's not the paddle. I hope there's a mirror on that paddle because that's the only person that made the mistake.
Sometimes you need a little excuse, though. Take the pressure off yourself. I'm okay looking down from time to time.
It's a reset for most players.
So 12-10 now. And again, Brandon French still utilizing that same shot. French is going to want that back as he sent his paddle flying.
So again, great job by Radzikowska. She senses the speed up, knows all she has to do is punch that back down the sideline because French is pinched so far in the middle.
Jump in, but gives up the right side of the court.
I like the jump in, but again, that's an all or nothing right there. If he does not put that away, he's getting burned backside, and he does.
11-13 or 13-11 for the Dallas Pickleball Club as Jill Braverman went for it on the serve and misses. Jillian Braverman right now looking to see if that ball is cracked or not.
12-13.
Or asking whether it is.
like that from Braverman. I like that from Radzikowska going backside on French, just keeping it low and soft. Do that. She had an opportunity there, couldn't put it away. But I like that, keeping him honest now instead of going constantly cross court.
Somehow Julian Braverman got that ball back, ended on her knees, but it's 13-14. The Bay Area Breakers pick up this second mixed match or game. They will pick up the match victory.
I go.
Lots of communication there.
And Radzikowska almost runs into Christian Alshon, her teammate on the sideline there, trying to track down that overhead from Brandon French.
15-13.
Jillian Braverman and both Eva Radzikowska working with a two-handed backhand roll. A little different technique from each one of them, but still left-hand dominant on those two-hand backhands. Watch the paddle location, both of them.
Good step in from Tellez as he goes right in front of Radzikowska right there. And again, getting that big lefty overhead down at the feet of Brandon French, but they still have some work to do the Breakers.
14-16.
Well, and Eva Radzikowska earns that, but I think Pablo Tellez had a look at a ball. That's his forehand side that he could have snagged.
It was like he froze, right? He saw it but couldn't go anywhere. Deer in headlights. What a setup from Radzikowska as she hit a drop, maybe ninth shot from around mid-court that put so much pressure on Braverman and allowed Tellez to come in and finish that off.
So 16-16. Bay Area Breakers have tied things up. And it's so interesting to watch Brandon French because he has a really unique grip. He actually works his hand up the length of the paddle, so that index finger is all the way pointing directly down the length of the paddle. There's a shot from Pablo Tellez as it's popped up, but that's what allows him to really find that forehand, even on the backhand side where he's flipping his wrist over. It's because of the grip that he's able to find.
And so unique, like it's super unique. You don't see any other players using that grip.
Like that shot right there. And Zane Navratil doesn't necessarily use that grip, but he's talked often about that shot right there, thinking that you're going to maybe try and find a little bit more of two forehands on both sides of your body. He's been utilizing it from time to time. Brandon French with a bit of a Burt.
I mean, what a move right there. French feeling it now, and he needs to kind of guide this Dallas team to a victory here and force the Dream Breaker.
Only because he had that shot in his arsenal did he pick up this point.
A little slap forehand there. Watch that. Look at that. He just fly swat her off the forehead for the winner down the middle. Great job by French. And he gives Dallas a game point here to force that Dream Breaker, Cam.
Absolutely wild. Brandon French finds a 20th, so 20-17. Again, these two teams both 2-0 on the day, looking for who will be 3-0. They sit in the challenger standings for the first day at spots 2 and 3 in the challenger level as well. So both moving on to the knockout round, but trying to be the top seeded dog coming out of group play is going to be important, looking for buys their direction.
Yeah, again, that bye, very important. You want to be able to, you can sleep in, relax, kind of come a little later in the day. Don't need to be here as early.
2017.
bounds, but a different pattern from the Bay Area breakers. Radzikowska going up the line.
Yes, and that's exactly what I talked about earlier. Is we want to see her just keep him honest, that being French down that line.
The second look now to push to a dream breaker.
2018.
Nope. Out of bounds.
Yeah, it was out right there. Both Braverman and French were thinking that might have caught the line, but it didn't.
Double freeze, 18-20. Whoa! Brandon French hits that and takes 3 steps to the net with an extra little screen.
Wow.
A third shot at game point. And again, Brandon French, slightly unorthodox, but nonetheless picks up the second mixed game alongside Julian Braverman. That means we're going to a dream breaker.
Wow, 4 for 4 here on Championship Court today. Start MLP. We are going to another dream breaker. What a finish. Brandon French feeling it there. Now it's all about that singles. Here, DC answering the bell after losing both men's and women's. They win both mixed doubles to force that dream breaker.
Just outstanding play by those two individuals, Jill Braverman and Brandon French. A unique style of play, but it works nonetheless. They're getting set alongside Adam Stone. All right, Adam, talk to our winners.
Thank you, Cameron. Here with the winners of our second mixed doubles match, forcing the dream breaker, Brandon French. I'll tell you what, I've seen a handful of players with that interesting shot you do with the grip over on your left side. I've heard it called many different names, and I've not seen anyone quite do it like you. What is the name of that shot for you?
That's the tomahawk. But you know what, Adam, what I really want to say is how good Jill just played there. We heard all the chatter before this event about how DPC was, you know, we were just here so we didn't get fined, but we're here.
So little chip on your shoulder there, little chip. It shows right now and it showed out there earlier, Brandon, well done. Jill Braverman early in that match, we had about a 15-foot fall. Tell me a little bit about that backpedaling situation right there.
To be honest with you, Brandon French came down on me with his elbow when we fought over an overhead in the first round, so my balance is a little bit off right now, and I just want to say the same thing Brandon said. You're a GOAT, Brandon. Anyone who had doubts about DPC, what's up? Let's go.
You heard it here, DPC ready to play. Let's see what we got in the Dream Breaker. Back up to you, Cam and Dom.
All right, so you heard it, Jill Braverman and Brandon French. He just went full Marshawn Lynch on us. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Wow, I'm liking that. I think, yeah, they're here for more than that reason alone as we now head to a Dream Breaker. You know, Dom, I feel like we got to lay out the land a little bit here, even though we have played so many Dream Breakers on the day on Championship Court. Walk me through how the Dream Breaker functions.
So again, now the home team was able to set the lineup for mixed doubles. Now the visiting team will be able to set their singles lineup first. And so now when they set their lineup, the home team will now be able to answer with what they want to do. So it sounds like Christian Alshon will be going out first for Bay Area.
And they will face off. It will be Christian Alshon versus Daniel De La Rosa.
So Tellez will head second for Bay Area. And French for Dallas in the second spot. So it'll be men versus men, women versus women. We know that now.
Eva Radzikowska up next for the Bay Area Breakers. They are setting their lineup first.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Jill Braverman in the lineup against Eva Radzikowska.
So the last matchup will be Rachel Summers versus Christa Gecheva. So again, we'll walk you through it one more time. 21 total points will be played. It is a singles competition. Every 4 points, a new opponent will face the other team. It's Christian Alshon versus Daniel De La Rosa for the first rotation. Then Pablo Tellez will take the court versus Brandon French. That third rotation will head to the ladies. Eva Radzikowska versus Jill Braverman. And we will close out the rotation. Rachel Summers versus Christa Gecheva. The match victory comes down to this. Not to mention seeding into tomorrow's quarterfinals and semifinals. With buys on the line, these two teams sit at the number 2 and 3 spot in terms of total standings on the day. Bay Area Breakers at the 2, Dallas Pickleball Club at the number 3 spot, both 2-0. Miami Pickleball Club also at the 2-0. All right, so as you look through these matchups, where do you think the advantages lie on both sides?
Well, right off the bat, Christian Alshon, I love his singles game. He knows it. We all know it. I think he has the advantage over De La Rosa, who doesn't play a ton of singles. Also, Pablo Tellez, a great singles player. I take him over Brandon French. Nothing personal, just business here. Radzikowska, Braverman, I think could go either way. Summers and Gecheva, I think it's the same thing too. Could go either way. But it looks like we are just about ready to get going here. It'll be De La Rosa to serve to start.
Great catch. Game 5, time in. 0-0.
With the first.
When you have that much pace behind your ball, if he can control it and just keep it in, he's going to force some issues, and he did right off the bat against Alshon.
This matchup is going to be critical. Christian Alshon, one of the top singles players. But De La Rosa
Almost got that down the line. That was tough.
So one apiece. He works with the one-hand backhand. Played that ball, could have been out of bounds, but he wasn't willing to let it bounce.
2-1.
So 2 apiece for the first rotation. 2-2, and now joining.
Two.
That's good coverage by Brandon French, and again, not known for playing singles. That's good coverage against Tellez, who's a very established singles player.
So 3-2 for the Bay Area Breakers. Pablo Tellez. Trying to find a little disguise there is Pablo Tellez.
3-3.
French didn't think that ball was going to land in. He thought it was going to go long, and it dropped as Tellez smiles at him. If French goes 2-2 here, it's a win. It's a win for him.
I agree.
And they're all square at 4.
4-3.
Man, I'm impressed with how Pablo Tellez is fending off some of the balls that are hitting the line at the baseline and still being able to crash from there.
Brandon French did a good job there. Those were some good points. I liked his results there. He does lose 3 of 4, but that was good. He held his ground. Moving forward, that's good for him.
Eva Radzikowska and Jill Braverman up next. backhand above the top of her head. 6-3 now for the Bay Area Breakers.
6-3.
That ball took a wild bounce. It actually bounced higher than expected.
There's something about this side of the court ball. We've seen balls die there. We've seen balls bounce up higher. Something's odd. It seems like off on that side of the court for some reason.
Oh, Jill Braverman guessed the right direction there, but couldn't find the counter. 8-3.
8-3.
Oh my! Eva Radzikowska again, the clean winner.
That's clean. 4-0 for Radzikowska right there. Big lead.
Trying to loop that ball around is Rachel Summers. Christa Gecheva's got some work to do for the Dallas Pickleball Club.
4-9.
Oh, it got over the net. How? But it's out of bounds. Full extension from Christa Gecheva.
Not must win, but Gecheva needs both of these points right here. Oh my goodness, what a two-hander there from Rachel Summers as she whips that cross court for the winner, and they're up 11-4.
So 11-4, switching ends here. Summers having the conversation with Pablo Tellez at the back of the court. Again, these two teams looking to be the top dog in this group. That's Group A. Arizona, Bay Area, Dallas, and Orlando all residing in this group.
We come back from the end change here. It's an 11-4 lead for Bay Area. That's good finish there from Gecheva. She flipped that lob up over the top of Rachel Summers. Summers able to get it out of the air, but couldn't do much with it.
11-5.
5-11.
De La Rosa versus Alshon.
This went 2-2 the first time around.
12-5.
And missed contact. Things are looking the direction of the Bay Area Breakers.
13-5. Side out, point.
Free point there for Dallas and De La Rosa.
6-13.
Whoa, that thing didn't come up at all. 14-6 as we get to the southpaw. Pablo Tellez with the serve.
14-6.
Gotta love the hustle, but point goes to Tellez. Does it hit the line? It does. A round of applause from his team.
Come on, couple more, right? Come on. Great job. Just that.
7-15.
7-15.
Again, Brandon French looks across the court and says, man, what do I gotta do?
I mean, Tellez, it's a miss hit to the sideline for the winner.
16-7. We played to 21. And there's a nice response from Brandon French.
That's a good ball right down the line from French. But Bay Area has doubled up Dallas, 16-8 here in the Dream Breaker.
Whoa, about 6 inches of clearance from the top of the net for Eva Radzikowska. What a shot.
And Braverman's got to do more with that third shot. She's looped that back in. With that right there, she's looping that back over, and she's allowing Radzikowska to set her feet and control pace, and wherever she wants to go, she can.
Just so much control on some of those shorter angles from Eva Radzikowska. And just striking the ball perfectly, Eva Radzikowska.
I mean, are you kidding me? She hits basically the corner perfectly. And Braverman just throws her hands up to her bench and goes, nothing I can do about it. Puts her hands up again, going finally, as Radzikowska won 7 of 8 points in their matchup.
So Christa Gecheva makes her way back to the baseline. Rachel Summers on the opposing side. 9-19. We need more than a miracle here. 10-19.
10-19.
Rally scoring, you cannot count anybody out. We've seen comebacks like this before.
11-19.
Ball just missed long, so Bay Area Breakers now find themselves at a match point. Rachel Summers' forehand finishes the deal. 21-11. The Bay Area Breakers are the top dog.
What a battle by Dallas coming back into both those mixed matches to force the Dream Breaker, but it's too much Bay Area in that Dream Breaker, coming out on top 21-11.
So the Bay Area Breakers have their group now in control. Dave Fleming giving the high fives as Christian Alshon and Pablo Tellez, Eva Radzikowska, and Rachel Summers were pushed to a Dream Breaker, but they came out victorious. A fantastic singles lineup for those 4 individuals, as they now are going to look to have the conversation with Adam Stone, who's been doing a great job for us down on the sideline. He's getting them all rounded up.
It's like herding cats down there with Adam Stone getting all of them ready. He's like, come on over, guys. We want to do this.
Someone give that man a lasso. No, but it's been so much fun here for Major League Pickleball already. Just in day 1 action, we've got 3 more days coming to you as the premier level starts off tomorrow. We'll also have the quarterfinals and semifinals of the challenger level tomorrow, as we've got 3 of our 4. Pablo Tellez with the high fives and the slow, steady walk to Adam Stone. All right, Adam, I'm going to send it to you.
Thank you so much, Cameron. Here with our winners in the Dream Breaker, the defending champion Bay Area Breakers. Christian, it's always difficult when you get off to that 2-0 lead in gender doubles to squander that and mix and go to the Dream Breaker. How did you guys step up in such commanding fashion after that situation?
So it's sometimes easier to win after you lose. So when you have a lead and you kind of lose it, it really adds fuel to the fire, and we did a great job in the Dream Breaker.
You absolutely did. They had all the momentum on their side, and that was a phenomenal start and finish to the Dream Breaker. Eva Radzikowska just painting lines on the ground strokes. You had Jillian Braverman looking over at her team, not quite sure what to do. Tell me a little bit about that Dream Breaker performance.
Well, I was getting the lines because I was aiming 2 steps inside of the line. So that's the big target. That's what I coach. No, it's just, you live for those moments. You train for those moments. You just step on the court and you just, give your best. And that was one of those moments.
Well, absolutely great job. And last question for you, Miss Summers. Tell me a little bit about having a high-end senior pro coach in Scott Crandall, having a set of eyes outside the court looking in. How does that help you guys with your performances?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Scott can see stuff that we can't, and so he's always really knowledgeable and providing information when we need it. It's very helpful.
Yes. Phenomenal job, guys. 3-0 on the day. The Bay Area Breakers looking to repeat. We'll be right back on Championship Court after this commercial break.